Hey y'all, how's it going? Welcome to Saturday afternoon. Um, wow, being up is new for me. I was a second ago. I wasn't awake. Crud. My buttons aren't ready. I don't have my buttons. I didn't know I couldn't do this. I tried to save memory space earlier, and I turned my buttons off. So let me. I can't do that right now. Anyway, hey Melanie, how are you doing? Good to see you again. Miami Spice, you have a church to be at, I think, because I need you to. I need your prayers. Jules, how are you doing? Let's see here. Squad Bot, what's happening, brother? Melissa Jane, how are you? Long time no see. Melissa Jane just put up a short, y'all, and if you can see it, let me know. You need to go to her channel. And of course, do you think I'm prepared for this? No. Uh, but and I'll talk some more about that here in a second because it may be me that can't see it. But anyway, White Rabbit, how are you doing? Cool Frog, what's happening, brother? Cool Gamer, how are you, man? Uh, Lost Souls, TC, and chat, how are you? You've got one of the most killer streams going right now with the um Idaho 4 case. And I love stopping in there and listening to you at night. But yeah, it's great seeing here. Thank you. I appreciate you, Lost Souls in chat. You are, guys, if you don't know, just check out her YouTube. She's doing incredible coverage on the Idaho 4, which is I mean, you guys know that I think it's a extremely interesting case because it just reminds me of the movie Scream. I'm sorry. I know it sounds very weird, but it does. It's like a real life slasher event, and it's I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, oh, thank you, White Rabbit, for putting that up. Yeah, there is Lost Souls in chat, TC in chat. But anyway, you guys know I'm not good at talking. So last night, Friday Night Live, Tom Gillis, what's happening, brother? How are you? Boy, it's funny. YouTube is on a delay from StreamYards, but the chat pops up in YouTube before it does StreamYards. So it's crazy, isn't it? Uh, Kendall T, how are you doing? It's great seeing you again. Boy, I tell you what, it's so nice. I like Saturday afternoon streams the best. It's everybody's looking for something going on, and it's cool. I think it's funny. This is where the home is, right? Well, listen, last night, Friday Night Live, it was fun. It was, Friday the 13th and all that good stuff. We had Dr. I'm going to mess up his initials. Dr. WGCA, I believe, was in the chat early, and we were talking about the Powerball, drawing. And so he went and got a Powerball ticket. He came back. He said, "Oh, I just squeezed in the door. I was like the last person to get a ticket before they cut him off." And then, like 30 minutes later, he comes in. He's like, "Oh my gosh, I got 4 out of the 5 numbers or something, or something like that, and the Powerball." So he's actually should be a big winner, and I want to congratulate him again. That is so awesome. I'm so glad. I mean, this is what's funny about the internet. This is what I think is so cool about all of us being here, is that I didn't know the Powerball was going on, and he just happened to come into my chat. I mean, he's a subscriber. He's been here before. He was in earlier that day when I was taking the dogs for a ride, and then he comes back in, just strolls in, and we just happen to be talking about the Powerball. He's like, "Oh, hey, you know what? It's like $1 billion. I'm gonna go get a ticket." And just because, like, listening to this, it reminded him to go out there and do this. And this could be very life changing for him. Is that not awesome? I mean, just something stupid. Here it is. It's Friday night. I think we're talking about just dumb stuff. We're just having a goofball time. We're relaxing. It's good. I don't know. It's just what we've come to expect, right? We all like that over here. We like relaxing and promotion of our fellow man. And then here he comes in, and you got to see that unfold right there in front of us. How cool is that? Melissa Jade, I must be a lucky charm. Yeah, don't put me on your keys though, or cut off a foot. Squad Bob, be the ball. Yes, that's true. That is absolutely true. Uh, well, listen though, after last night, stream ended. Rabbit went to go look at it, and let's see. Maybe I'll just put this up as a. I'll put this up as a picture. So she said, "Hey, you know that there's it won't let me see your stuff. Like, what's going on here?" And I looked at it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this." So I immediately, before I got any type of copyright claim or anything else, I immediately went back to Friday Night Live and I cut out the entire section that had anything to do with the Miss Universe contest, and that's what they were making a claim on. We showed the Miss USA contestant. She came walking out dressed with a great big moon over her head. It looked painful. It was very odd, I thought, for a choice of costumes. But then she, after that was we showed the Ukraine. Is that right? Yeah, Ukraine contestant. And we thought it was because we thought it was interesting that they said it was she was the Archangel Michael, and came out with like angel wings and stuff. You hear that? That was my Dr. Pepper. I should have put that closer to the mic so you guys could all be in envy. Mm. Since I opened it, I had to take a swig. Isn't that great? That was more out of a nervous tick than it was that I was really thirsty. Anyway, so she comes and does the thing. She has these huge angel wings, and it was weird. Kind of, hey Mike, how you doing? Did Miss USA expose her demilitarized zone? When she turned around and walked away, it was the first time I ever saw in a beauty pageant thing that they would be wearing a thong. Yeah, those wings were cool on Miss Ukraine. I mean, they were mechanical. This is what's so crazy about this. It was absolutely insane. Miss Australia came out dressed like a typical, like you would think, like it was like the nightgown competition, right? But it was like a cross between like swimwear and Halloween is what like USA, Ukraine. I can't remember. Did we see somebody else? We saw one walk away. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What happened is I prefer my Jesus in a tie-dye t-shirt with angel wings. Volstorm, that's awesome. What happened though afterwards? Hey Wolfkinder, how are you doing? Let's see here. That was transformative content. You talked over the thing. You should have appealed it. I don't think I even had the opportunity. Oh yeah, no, actually, hang on here. This is what I'm going to show you guys. So this is the deal. Hi, the expert. A copyright owner using Content ID has claimed materials in your video. As a result, your video has been blocked and can no longer be played on YouTube. I've never had a email like this. This is not a copyright strike. The claim does not affect your account status. And then there goes is the copyright content of the 70th Miss Universe National Costume Show live. Why this can happen, your video might contain copyright content. Copyright owners can choose to block YouTube videos that contain their content. This is a copyright if this copyright claim is valid. You don't need to take any action or delete your video. And how to unblock your video is to remove that section. Now, last night I started on removing that section. Then this morning I also did another thing on that. If something went wrong and the copyright owner or our system made a mistake, we have a dispute process. Please only use it if you're confident you have the rights to use this content in your video. Learn more. So I disputed something one time, and it was one of the first times that White Rabbit was on with me, and we were talking about Thanksgiving, and I'm like, it got a limited advertisement thing, and you know that what that means is that you're not going to go into the algorithm. It's not going to be pushed out there into the whole I don't know, metaverse. I hate the word meta. I hate it, but it just anyway. So that was so I appealed that, and they wrote me a pretty nasty, I thought, for that time, response to it. So this one I didn't even appeal. I'm there's okay, yeah, it's their stuff. That's fine. I'm gonna cut it out, right? So it's still trying to do that, and then you can also learn. You can also remove the claimed content using Studio's editing tools. So that's what I'm doing right now. I just thought this was a very strange, very proactive approach they've took because I've had copyright claims before. Usually, it's like if there's a second of music or something like that in the uh, video, they'll do that. Let's see here. Lost Souls in chat. I got one before too. All I had to do was mute the music in mine and the claim was dropped. I turned the music off. That's the thing. I didn't have it going. It was definitely for the video. And that's what got me was today, was right before this, was Melissa Jane had put a shorts up. And so I clicked it to go look at it, and it said that I was blocked from watching it. And I was like, I can't see it. So I don't know if that was I mean, I really hate to say this, but after the new stuff, I'm now kind of weary about, I don't know, are they blocking me? I don't know. It was just it's a weird, creepy world. Let's see. I guess tube verse. Let me say tube verse. White Rabbit. I bet Miss USA blocked it because her costume was so bad. I thought she was gonna fall down. I really did. That's what just happened to Madcore. Live was interrupted and stopped immediately by YouTube. Yeah, but ours wasn't stopped. That's the big thing there. That's the big thing there. Yeah, it is annoying. It is annoying. And thank you, White Rabbit. Please hit that like button, y'all. So okay, so last night this happened, right? So I was laying down and man, I passed out. I mean, I completely passed out. I was so exhausted. Then I woke up a couple hours later. Brown dog needed to go outside. I was hungry and thirsty. Nothing's worse than that. Wake up hungry, right? So anyway, I get up, I let him out, got some milk, and I came back and I laid down. And of course, like everybody does, I got on my phone, got on my computer, started looking at everything, and I saw Elissa Clips had just put up a video about Nick Rikieta. And I clicked it, and here's what's funny about this. The little backstory on it is that I'm a huge yeah, naughty. I'm a huge Rikieta fan. When he started off, or when I started off, when I first found him, because I found him later. I found him like I was listening to like Ethan Van Sciver, Nerdrotic, Yellow Flash, and that's how I found out about Rikieta. And I think like Yellow Flash or somebody said, Rikieta is a lawyer, and he's doing this, and he was still practicing law at the time, although not as much. And so like I related to it. I was like, look, dude, okay. I can do this. Like I can talk all the time. I don't want to be an attorney. I have the credentials here to talk about all this stuff, right? I mean, better than your I would think. I was thinking like I was confident that the Rikieta's way was a good way for me to follow. And I was like, this is so awesome. Like I found him somehow, and it's he really it's encouraging, and I love the guy, really do. But and this is what got me right before this stream. Let's see, where did it go? Oh, it's not up here on StreamYards. Uh, oh yeah, here it is. Okay, so Melanie had just posted this, and I thought to myself, yeah, that's it. That's it right there. I was just thinking, I haven't watched Rikieta in ages. He just doesn't appeal to me anymore. And when I first noticed the same thing was happening to me was, he's got the Rumble deal now, and I don't go over to Rumble. when if I'll watch him, but when he switches over to Rumble, I don't follow. Uh, I like the tubes. Okay, I like YouTube. I like the experience here. I like the way that the software works. It works great with StreamYard. I like Twitch. I need to get back. That's for gaming, though. I mean, I really think like that's. I really have an idea for the Twitch channel, even though we're streaming on it right now. Uh, it's going to be a different thing, and it's like, and I like Twitter, and that too is different than YouTube. Okay, so it's my own little universe there that I really am comfortable with. Rumble, I love so much about it, but the chat's hard to do. Setting up the system, it's not easy to go live with them. All the content, they have a deal worked out with YouTube where like I produce content on YouTube and it'll go up on Rumble too. So there is, if that's what you're into, is that platform, you can still find all this stuff everything I do. Um, All right, thank you, Miami Spice. Be safe and say and pray hard, please. Squad Bob, Nick is too out there for me. Um, I'll get back to that squad, but yeah, I think that's where I'm going to. Mike says the Rikieta sphere is too complicated. You need a log on Prime to watch movies with him on Twitch, and there's locals chat and Rumbles and YouTube chat. There's too much going on. It's true, Mike, and I'm glad you said that because that's something I noticed too. Was that with me? I was like, I have all these platforms, and I like having the platforms when they all like work together. Like I can take a video from here and put it up on Anchor.fm, which is owned by Spotify, and they'll put this out as a podcast, and it goes out to like nine or something like that, 11 different podcasting uh, uh, platforms. And so there's always something, I mean, like, I don't even know what all they are. I'll tell you honestly, I don't know all the podcasting platforms. And then also, I'm hooked up. Rumble's hooked up to this account. Odyssey's hooked up to this account. So it goes out like five or six different streaming services, uh, which is fine. I like that if it's, I don't have to do all these extra steps. That's why YouTube is so easy, so wonderful. And that's why I'm here. I really do dig it. Melissa Jane says he changed when he moved to his locals chat, and that's something I want to get to because Discord was his first thing. Paige, funny. It was both Logic and Rekieta chats were brutal, and how I found you and said, "Wow, you guys are so nice." Thank you, Paige. That's it's funny because like last night I thought about you and I'm watching this up and reading this. I'm like, Paige just came in here and I was like, I wonder where she came from. And I was like, I wonder where these other places are that people say are so, uh, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to say not nice. I don't want to say brutal, but it's something that we've seen in this chat before. People say, wow, you guys really are nice over here. Nick says, Rumble is a work in progress. Here is good. I like hanging with you guys. Well, thank you, Kendall. Um, yo, Melanie, I think have you been, are you ahead of me? I know you're in the future by about like 6 hours, but I really feel like you know it, everything I'm going to say. He started doing edibles and MDMA, which is something I don't really need to see. That's what, hey, Crafting Emily, how are you doing? Um, yeah, it's SpongeBob. That's that was something else that was brought up in these chats. And so what happened was Rikieta had a Discord, right? And he finally one day he nuked it. And what they're saying is that he did that because they said he was pretty tripped out on MDMA, and just got mad at it or something because so many people were complaining and everything else. I don't know. I didn't see that when it happened, but I understand because a lot of people have gotten rid of their discords. Um, I have a Discord that's directly linked to. It's not directly linked, but it's if you become a member, you're invited to come. Hey, Lacey Ann, how are you doing? It's good seeing you here again. Um, Lacey came over the other day from Purple's and new was it had to get resubscribed. That's another uh, folly in the belt of the tubes. Um, yeah, Wolfkinder. I would watch a bunch of different creators. Sometimes leave streams when things go in a direction I don't like. Well, that's what's interesting about it also is that like this, just talking about Rekieta and the bigger sphere of things. The other day he started talking about a like some new legislation that passed in New Jersey, and he was analyzing it and stuff. And it was the first time in a while I caught myself. I turned him on, and I was actually listening, and I was like, and then I saw in one of these things last night was that it was people were talking about that exact stream, how nice it was. Anyways, I'm also thinking because you guys were more critical thinking and logic, empathetic to Dylan of the Moscow murders. Logic in chat was mean about her. Yeah, that's not cool. Because I mean, you don't know. You know, Paige. My thing. I'm a huge history fan, and like I like going to battlefields and historic, places where things happen. And I always think to myself, what it would be like. Because here we are today, we're so far removed away from that moment. What it would be like to be in their shoes at that time. And then also flip that around. What would they think about being in our shoes at this time? And you don't ever know. That's the whole thing to it. And that's why I don't like being critical, decisively critical about something. Let's see here. Nick is doing good work, though. His popularity and outspoken nature forces him to the political sphere, pushing back in ways I support. I'm the exact same way, Mike. But it's none of that bothers me. And I don't know. It's not that I'm really bothered. There's just I've just noticed that there's an evolution going on with him that I am not. I don't know. I don't find it as much. I don't know. Here, let's go. I don't know where to start now. Gosh, now I'm stuck because I was going to show you guys some of Elissa clips. Um, Matter of fact, let me do this because this one I think is a good one. So she's got a playlist set up with all this stuff, and I'm going to go right here get this set up. Yeah, there we are. So the one that I listened to last night that got me started on, this is the guy that owns or started uh, Kiwi Farms. And if you don't know what Kiwi Farms is, you guys know what 4chan is, right? Well, Kiwi Farms, I would warn you guys, is a oh, see, yeah, that we've all come to this thing at the same time. It's really interesting how that works. Hey, Captain of Daves, how are you doing? It's Hey Joe, no filter, how are you? Let's see here. There you go. Thank you, Melanie. Again, you're saying what? I just kicked. No, stop listening. Siri, stop listening. I said Melanie. Okay, that doesn't sound like your name, Apple girl. But anyway, Melanie, it doesn't bother me, but it just isn't interesting enough for me anymore. That's really how I feel. That's kind of the end, or the end. I mean, that's how it's. Uh, I don't know, just that gut feeling, that gut reaction. So here's a list. So this guy here, he started Kiwi Farms. Kiwi Farms, if you're not familiar with it, is I would say it's somewhere between like Reddit and 4chan. Uh, but they're big on this thing called LOL cows. And those of you that don't know what an LOL cow is, an LOL cow is a crafting. Emily's got it right. An LOL cow. Hey, Purple, what's going on? Love seeing you here. Uh, but what was I? Purple distracted me. Did you see that? I just lost my train of thought. I was like, "Hey, Purple, what's up? Party!" But so an LOL cow is somebody. Well, Purple probably knows it. Like, yeah, listen to her stream enough. These are people that the internet has found that they're like cows, where you can always milk them for the lulls, the LOLs, the laughs, and yeah, Kiwi Farms like a tabloid. Yes, LOL cow is a troll term. True. Um, yeah, he is going through changes, and it is where it's his platform is changing because of he's contracted with Rumbles and Locals. The thing though about it is this goes back to the Discord thing, is that Discord his problem there was thank you Purple, I love you hanging out. I'd hang out with you anytime, anytime, anywhere. Uh, but Rekieta, the Discord thing, it became a place where he was like, "Look, I'm very free speech," and you have to understand that free speech. I don't know. He's trying to take like a libertarian approach and try to make this some philosophical argument about it, but that's not really what's happening. What's happening is that people were putting a lot of pornography up on his Discord, and you don't want to be associated with that because it's going to go further and further more lewd until it becomes. Let me step back and say a very vague statement, and this is I'm no way saying that this has happened or happening, but there are people out there like Nambla, and if you don't know what Nambla is, look it up. Don't go to their pages. Just look up what the name is. And they see what they do as being normal, and they want to normalize that stuff. And they're going to eventually put that stuff into chats, into these, into discords and stuff like that. And there is, it's been documented. I say document. I mean, people talk about this on other discords, on there's channels dedicated. They've done stories on everything else where someone will come into a place, and so like it has your name on the Discord, right? That's yours. You're responsible for it at the end of the day. Like I'm responsible for this channel at the end of the day, and people will come in there and they'll drop a pornographic pic that is illegal, and then they'll take a screenshot and then they'll delete it. And Lazy says, I refuse to join any Discord anymore. Um, well, what happens is that um, they, uh, they'll take that screenshot and then they'll say, oh, look, you've got this going on over there. And, it's like how remember there was a race car driver a couple years ago where they tried to uh, cancel him, cancel culture because his dad said something racist. And it's like, dude, I wasn't even born yet. Like, what are you talking about? Like, his dad evidently they had some sort of like, he had gone on to some radio show in the '70s and he said something racist, and so they tried to eliminate his sponsorship, and I think it worked. At least for a race, for at least one race, it did. So it's stuff like that. That's why like on my stuff, you can't do that, man. You can't put up the porn. And like Nick even in one of these, he says, look, like I tried to give you guys like an anime section or, a cat girls, which I don't understand that. There's like cartoons of like cats, like human cats doing weird stuff. Dude, I don't understand it. I don't. I don't want to understand it. I don't ever want to see it. It's okay. It's weird. It'd be like a centaur. Everybody knows what a centaur is. Half horse, half man. Think of that, but with a cat. Dude, it's Japan. But anyway, so they put all these things out there. So finally, Rikieta nuked his Discord completely, and now he says he's going to start it back up. Well, in the meantime, he has locals, which I've started locals. I like my locals. I can put things up on. I use locals like Facebook. I put up, things I see. I put up different types of content, stuff that's not good for YouTube stuff. Like there's nothing political over here. There's nothing. I mean, there's been stuff that I haven't thought. I was like, this isn't political at all, and I'll record something, and then I go, I'm like, at the last second, I don't want to risk it, so then I'll put it on locals. It's different stuff like that. Evidently, Rikieta's is getting into like going back into a lot of pornography stuff over there. I don't know this. I'm not over there. These are just some of the things that are, uh, you know, I'm kind of setting up this video here. But real quick, I want to say hi to a few people I saw come in here. Sage Forensics, how are you doing? Let's see here. Jules, how are you? Catnip Dave, Scratching Post, I think I said hi to you already. I always say hi again. Um, they're just bad words, or they're just as bad or worse. Oh, they are just as bad or worse. Okay. Um, yeah, why facilitate that stuff in your Discord? Absolutely correct, Melanie. This is the thing. There's so many different platforms that if you want to go find, if you want to get your kink on somewhere, go to a website that's dedicated to that. Don't bring it to stuff that is about me. You know, I'm sitting here, I'm going like, look, if you guys want to have a chat somewhere, we can go chat, okay? And we want to have that same experience. We want to take this same attitude and go everywhere with it. I don't want to go somewhere and then be like, oh, hey, like, Lacey Ann, that's a really cool avatar. That's a cool avatar. This is a fact for me. I liked your avatar. I saw it, so I picked on you. It's like, hey, that's a really cool avatar. And then all of a sudden somebody else comes in, oh, yeah, it reminds me of, and then they do something like, they say something lewd about it. And I was like, no, dude, that's not what we do here. And it's funny because uh, people like rules. I hate to say it, but they like rules. And it's not that I'm trying to suggest some sort of rule or anything. I'm just saying, like, it's crazy how some of this stuff is, uh, it gets out of hand so quickly. And it's weird for me. And this is the weird part. And this is where it hurts me because I looked to Rikieta as I mean, it's truthfully by the term influencer. You know, I mean, he influenced me to do this stuff. There's a lot of people out there he's influenced. We all listen to his stuff, and so when you see your hero kind of falter, it hurts a little bit. And I know it's not a falter. I know I'm griping. I have nothing to say about. I mean, I have no way to control his content. But it's what got me was is that this stuff is being spread now. Other people are talking about this, and before it gets out of control. I mean, last night, well, this morning, I guess at 5 a.m., I was ready to stream about it because I wanted to talk to somebody. And I was like, before this stuff gets out of control, I really think we should see what's going on and I mean, come to your own conclusion, you guys. But hey, this is the most critical thinking chat on the tubes. You guys will think of stuff and you'll point out things that are so much better than anywhere else. So definitely, this is awesome. I appreciate you guys being here. And with that, I'm going to show
Having
this.
like a sexually charged.
This is the guy that is.
I talked about Rikieta.
He's the founder of Kiwi Farms. He's been on Rekieta several times. That's how I know of him. Elissa Clips did this clip that he did on a show the other day, and she just puts up like yesterday.
Last stream, I don't think anything's changed. He's gonna open his Discord. I cautioned him that the shit he's involved in is going to cause like a massive nuclear fallout eventually. Even the stuff that's already happened is probably going to blow up in his face. Even if he like completely disables locals entirely and his Discord, it's probably the damage is already done, I think, and it's just going to be a matter of time before shit comes out or the people involved have hurt feelings and start going after Nick really, really hard. But I said publicly and in private, I said this is a really this setup of having like a sexually charged fan audience base is a recipe for utter and total fucking nightmare. And
Okay, that was the thing that got me. So because we've seen that, like, there's been a lot of stuff, and we saw that with some of the stuff that's happened when Fair and Balance has been on Rikieta's. It's like some of the stuff you're like, wait a second, like this is an extremely sexually charged I guess fan base, like uh, uh, what's this guy's? I forget the guy's name. Null here that was just said, and it's the fan base is there because the creator is there doing it. Wait a second here. I just see this. Oh, Dictionary Diva. I see you on. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Diva. Expert has done something so old school it seems like a novelty, a pleasant experience without a lot of drama. Yeah, it's not drama. Um, say YouTube having drama. Say is not so. Yeah, right, Jules. Um, but it's uh, yeah. That's another thing. Yeah, I'm. That's the court streams during the day. I love those, man. I absolutely love those. But here we go. Boy, thank you, Melissa. Melissa says the words I'm looking for. He's escalating. The escalation is really starting to get out of control, and Nick is encouraging it. And that's the thing. It's going. You saw it with. You had the Bronco stream, the legal mindset, the fair, and they had a whole big thing right that happened. I'm not really all that positive on everything because, like I said, I like Farron. We're very we have a good relationship. I don't follow the drama that's been happening because I don't. That's not me. I don't want to get involved in and look at somebody through drama glasses. Does that make sense? Like I know that she's always been good to me, and that's all I care about. And being good to my chat, and that's really y'all are what I really care about. um, so uh, Wait a second, I'm gonna click the links, Jules. Yeah. But anyway, oh, by the way, I did not put a link up for the farms. I don't know if that is an approved thing with the tubes here. So I want to make sure that you guys know that, but it's out there, and I'm going to go to them here in a second. I want to finish hearing what Null has to say here, and we'll go over this.
And I use Dick as a reference. I looked this up recently. Dick, at his peak, was making like $25,000 a month. I don't know how much of his Patreon stuff is true, but he had like 5,000 subscribers on Patreon, making $25,000 a month on
That's
Patreon.
amazing.
And that was in August 2020. Cuties, the movie, came out August 19th, 2020, and it has never stopped dropping. That was his absolute peak, was the 1st of August, right before Cuties came out, and now it's down to like 16,000, and he's lost like 20% of the subscriber base. And I don't know how much of what's left is actually like a genuine fandom thing. From what he said, I've heard his explanation, and it's still like, I'm not certain about this, but it's like, he says that he's just now has got to a point in his life where his kids are a certain age where he is free to do more stuff. So he is manually creating his midlife crisis. He's going to get a tattoo. He's going to have a Mustang. He's going to go to clubs with his wife. He's denies swinging. However, like I said before, and I don't want to repeat myself, so I won't, but if you want to go out and you want to do stuff.
Okay, I'm stopping him real quick right there because I wanted to make sure you guys heard that because that's what got me. This was the one I heard last night that got me going into this dive. And there's more videos and everything else. So it's talking about like he's manufacturing a midlife crisis, and those are actually Nick's words. It's Kendall. I hope you're talking to me. Drama, either real or created, is exhausting. That is true. But it's Nick said he is manufacturing his own midlife crisis, and he also said that he is. Oh, he did. He got a tattoo, which I'll show you guys that in a second. Um, and also, what does it say? His tattoo. Boy, I just forgot that. The tattoo. I mean, he already had a tattoo. That's fine. I mean, the tattoo is no big deal. But it's just like it's just an odd choice, and especially for someone who says they're manufacturing their midlife crisis. He started doing the hot tub streams, and he admits he's like, I'm naked here in the hot tub. And it's weird. It's weird, right? And then, Mistress Meg, not the maybe swinging part. Yeah, so that's something else that they talk about is that he's now like he's going to these clubs and stuff with his wife, and they're supposedly going to I think it's this weekend, a a glow party at a gay club somewhere, and I don't know. I mean, I don't. The only reason why I even say that it's a gay club somewhere because I just think that's an odd choice for a married couple to go to. Uh, but anyway, oh, and also, so he bought a Mustang. He paid $100,000 for this like souped up Mustang. It's a brand new one, and which I was sitting here. I'm of course, I'm judgmental, right? I started laughing about it. I was like, dude, you're gonna spend that much. Why would you buy like an American car, like a Mustang? I'm like, my car would say 911 on it. It'd be a Porsche, you know, or. I'd be looking at something like that. If you're gonna do a midlife, do one that's a little bit exotic. But no, I'm kidding. But no, he really did buy this Mustang, and then we'll see. We'll also go on that there's a lawsuit involving him, and that's the one that, man, when I read about or heard about that, it really hit me hard because I was like, man, that's bad, dude. But anyway, let's finish this.
Go for it. It doesn't even matter. Truly, it really doesn't even matter if it's like weird cuckold shit. However, the issue is don't make it public, number one. And the locals and having people post nudes in locals in Discord, not allowing that is not being prudish. Not allowing that is a self-preservation instinct. Because these people are going to get they're emotionally attached, and people are exposing themselves. They're no matter what anybody says, you cannot have sexual encounters with people, even over the internet, without some level of like emotional investment, even unless you're a total fucking whore and you're just like selling your asshole on OnlyFans to a million people.
Yeah.
Like there's gonna be hurt feelings. There's gonna be people who go.
No, I apologize. I didn't think about the language that was used in this. um, when you're listening to it by yourself, it's something else. Like I ignore this stuff, like just subconsciously. It's just talking. But then when I'm on the stream, I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry, I did not mean for this. So yeah, language warning, people. I apologize.
Fucking crazy. There's going to be BPD, and there already are people who are obviously very mentally unwell in that locals chat. And I'm just like, I'm looking at this thinking, I am like, it's like if I was sitting at a train station and I'm looking at my left and I just happen to notice that there's a big thing. And let's say I could read Arabic, right? I'm looking at this package and I'm squinting at the Arabic written on it. It's a really suspicious looking package. And it just says, it says in Arabic, it just says dirty bomb, nuclear fallout, dirty bomb set to go off at this time. And I'm just like checking my watch. And I'm thinking like, okay, this is a bomb filled with.
By the way, just so the tubes, the censors know, this is it's a hypothetical about how you can destroy your channel. Hey, Darth Hideous, what's up, bud? Yeah, yes and no, Mistress Meg. And I'll play that here in a second. I'm going to fast forward a little bit here on this because guys, it's just tense on the tubes right now.
To diffuse it for some reason. Maybe I should just sit on it. Maybe I should throw it to the fucking ground and see what happens. I don't know. There's different things. All I know is that bomb is probably going to go off. No matter what you do, yeah. It will probably go off. And the smart thing to do if you have self-preservation instincts is to fucking run very far away. And if you're feeling generous, maybe call the police along your route and be like, hey, by the.
So that's why he's using that as an example of like the Discord locals, putting this pornography in there. Just don't do it. Just. Yes, Jules, that's I'm glad you realized now that it was not a tutorial. You just don't do it. Because you can't control it once it gets out. You can't put the genie back in the bottle, so to speak. So we're talking about his tattoo. It's funny. It's actually, let's see here. It's this, yeah, here it is. It's still nulls, and
oh god. Okay, I will show.
This was kind of funny because again, I'm not making fun of having a tattoo, getting a tattoo with a sentiment behind it. What is funny is that the internet, especially the way Rikieta, his relationship with his audience and stuff, this is something that I expected to happen. I don't know though. I guess what bothers me is that I think it bothers him. Um, I don't know how to explain that. I don't know how to put into words why I feel that way. But anyway, here it
Show
is.
the tattoo because the tattoo is ugly. I have this saved somewhere. Okay, I don't know how the fuck I don't have this saved.
Hi, Jen Sands
He got
filter.
a tattoo and it is really bad. It looks like the album art for My Chemical Romance or something. Where the fuck is this? Oh, this is it. I I can only find the edited version. I can't find the original. No, okay, I do find it. I found it. I found it. I found it. I found it. Give me a sec, chat. Give me a sec. I'm pulling it up. It says I will,
Yeah.
and then it says they do.
So this is the tattoo, which is, I mean, it seems like it'd be very painful, but it seems like it'd be very hard. I think to do the scribbly type line. I don't understand enough about tattoos, but anyway, it's I will be us is what was written on there, and I don't get that. But anyway,
And that's supposed to be like them getting married, but it's all sketchy and inky. I don't know. I'm not a tattoo person. The only tattoo I would get is obviously a Pikachu tattoo. Everybody knows me, but it looks like
Pikachu.
a My Chemical Romance album art. This is what everyone thought of when they said this. Is like this looks like like the sketchiness of it reminds
And
them
this is
of
what's
this.
funny. So yeah, there's My
There's another
Chemical
one that
Romance.
looks even more like it. This is the one. This is what everyone was reminded of immediately. It's very similar. I don't know if he's a big MCR fan or what, but it's very similar to it.
Here's what's funny: the internet
Someone
does what
else,
the internet
however, made
does.
this edit. I
And this is
Google
what's
searched
awful.
Nick Rekieta tattoo, and it was the first result, so I have to give it props, I guess, because it's very funny. It actually takes a second for you to figure out where the
Is that not something else? Somebody went in there and they photoshopped over this. It's like he I think he says they use like a one of those drawing tablets or something you can do this with. But that looks almost for at first it's like all one big thing. And I think that, this is like, hey Jujubee, how are you doing? Um, let's see here. I'm dying to talk about all this too, but gotta run and listen along. There are a lot of pieces to the puzzle, and each clip gets more interesting after the other. It does, doesn't it? Um, it's. I couldn't stop last night. Like honestly, I was like, I'm so tired, and I stayed up. Uh, Darth Vader's My Chemical Romance is alcohol. Squad Bob, Jesus only had scars. It's funny because when you say that, I don't know. I see. It just reminds me of a scene from Passion of the Christ. Um, transfer paper. But yeah. So anyway, this is what's going on, and it's like everybody's like, okay, what's happening? This is like a meltdown, a midlife deal. Okay, whatever. That's fine. I mean, I want the guy. I want the guy to be happy. Okay. I want Rikieta to be the jokester that we all love and know and everything else. Uh, if there's outside stuff, I hate that. And again, I don't want that to be a thing. But let's see here. Um, yeah, so here's something. This is, and I'll end this with this. So there's a lawsuit against him. It's this autograph, monograph. I don't know who this dude is. All right, I don't care about the dude. I don't want to find. I don't have time to sit around and worry about other people's laundry, right? So, but this is something that really got me.
Montagram.
And by the way, I want to give Elissa Clips another shout out because I mean, these are hours long things. And hey, Texas Jen, how are you doing? I'm so glad to see you're up, and I hope you're feeling better and better every day. Um, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, there you go. But anyway, Deb, how are you doing? So this one got me. Okay, this is a personal thing because, I mean, it's a lawsuit. Right? He's being sued. Rikieta's being sued. He's been involved in lawsuits before, right? I mean, we know this. This is only this guy here. This is the only other attorney here. Ryan Kennel. He's over on Geeks and Gamers along with Camelot 331. He's or he's Yellow Flash and him are buds. Fudbusters is obviously a gun channel. Uh, so when I first see this, I'm like, well, this is a weird collection of people for Rekieta to have up and to be talking about. I think there must be a thing in his contract with Rumble to have people have as many creators on as he can. I think Nick's best work is when he's by himself. It's like, I mean, I don't know. The radio guys, they don't have a lot of guests, and when you have the guest platform, you have to sit there and you have to be like the Jimmy Fallon, Johnny Carson, Dave Letterman, that type, Jay Leno, whatever the late night people were. What was the didn't they do a Seinfeld on what was that guy's name? Merv Griffin, was that one? I don't know. It's anyway. It's like you have to you take over that side of it, and you have to keep the conversation going and make sure there's no dead air and whatnot. You don't really get to sit there and talk your mind and talk with your well, here we call it a chat, right? The audience. That's really what you guys are. You're an audience. I think audience is a better sounding word. It's like a live studio audience. They hear those guys when they're doing a live performance. They hear the reaction of people. You can hear the boos, the hisses. You can hear the clapping and the cheering, and so if you're doing well or not. But anyway, I mean, it's like a stand-up routine versus like a show. He does a lot of these, and these are, again, non-attorney, non-legal minds. So for him to talk about this, I thought was odd.
Graph's lawyer filed for default today against me because I haven't responded yet. Because I asked him politely. Yeah, he served me, and I asked the guy for an extension to file because he served me like right before my fucking birthday and Christmas. So I asked for an extension.
Okay. Guys, you can break the law on your birthday and Christmas and go to jail. Okay. Now, I know this isn't a criminal complaint, but 911 and all your services, they still work on birthdays and Christmases. So this is the first thing I'm like, wait a second, you're complaining about like, oh, it was your birthday that you got served?
Extension. And this asshole just never responded to me, like ever. I emailed him. I called him a whole bunch. Now he's saying he was out on vacation in Europe. And it's like,
it doesn't matter if he was sitting there next to the phone. He doesn't have to respond. I mean, of course, this is Minnesota. I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about a civil suit like this. I don't know anything. This is just me relying on my memory of taking evidence in law school and following, I do. I'm a nerd. I follow law stuff. All right. So that is my experience that I'm relying on. I read books and stuff. I read all the blogs, watch the videos, and I'm like, God, why am I doing this if I hate this stuff? But anyway, it just stuck.
Weird. I didn't get an out of office email. Your staff never said you were on vacation.
You don't have to have an out of office email. I don't even know what my email address is. I mean, I've got so many of them. I mean, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to set up an out of office email? No, I'll reply to you when I get a chance to. And an email is not mean that it's sent. Courts don't accept, well, I mean, they might now, especially with all the pandemics and stuff. But I mean, that's why you send letters. You use the U.S. mail service. If you really want something to get somebody, you send it certified mail. These are very, very basic standard legal principles here. But still, it doesn't matter. The rules of evidence, if you don't file a motion in court to ask for a continuance, and even if the other side agrees to it, you still will file the motion, so that way it's in court. You say, hey, listen, they already agreed to the continuance. I just want to get this, filed. There's no argument. If you file a motion for continuance and the other side says, no, I don't want it, the other side can fight against the continuance.
They just said you weren't available right now. So he did that. So I had to file a fucking motion for extension and ask the court for it today. Waste of fucking time.
No, it's not. You had 30 days to reply. You know this. You are licensed in Minnesota, dude. I mean, this is standard. This is standard. And he just took it as everything right now is like a joke, and he didn't respond to it. He didn't respond to the court. Because see, now it's in the court's hands. It's not a letter from an attorney. It's not a phone call. This went to the court, and he didn't respond to the court. So that's why default judgments happen. Is because you ignored a court order. The sheriff came and served you papers, or you had a service process, but you accepted the papers. So the court has that you accepted the papers. You got them. You were given notice. There is not a judge I know that would give me any leniency for this. There would be, yeah, dude. It's basically, I mean, I hate to say it, yeah, Darth, you're right. But it doesn't mean he doesn't know it, right? I mean, he still knows he has to reply with this. If the tables were turned, you know exactly what he would do that. Wait, hang on. Why is he, it's here. Why is Nick playing the victim instead of going through the proper legal channels? Makes no sense. Jules, what's the practice? That's the practice of law. Not seeing on YouTube talking about it. What did I miss, everyone? Just all this stuff just was coming out last night. I noticed it, and everybody else is coming in here saying this. Yeah, so yeah, he didn't take the suit seriously. He thinks Monty is a joke. That's fine. You can think that all day long. And guess what? You still will get a default judgment against you. I'm sorry, Rikieta. Did you forget about all your law knowledge? I hope Monograph hamstrings him for the memes. Yeah, it matters. Playing the victim helps his numbers. Well, and that's something else. So he was talking about doing this, fighting this lawsuit, and setting up a GoFundMe for it. And people are saying also, they're going to wait, saying, you just bought $100,000 Mustang, and you're going to ask for a GoFundMe? Are you serious, dude? And you know that's a deal, right? Okay, cool. Let's make sure. I may be having a stroke. I smell something burning. So either my computer is messing up, or the house again, or I could be having a stroke. Oh well, at least I'll go the way I want to with all my buddies here. Dorothy bought $100,000 girl's car. Yes. I'm not saying yes to that. I think it's funny that you say that. There are a lot of females that like Mustangs. His wife probably likes it. That's why he got it. That's probably the thing. You can sue the Pope for being Catholic. Doesn't mean you're going to win, but you sure as heck bet the Pope's lawyer is going to take the lawsuit seriously. Yeah, I know. I don't think it. I'm looking around. I think I'm okay. I hope I am. Anyway, so let's go. All right, that's just the way he reacted to this. And here's what's funny is like the other dudes over here, they don't care. And it's 10 minutes of Nick complaining about that. Well, it's not fair that, I called the guy. I called the attorney. He called the guy. He responded to this lawsuit. All right, you ready for this? It was December 30th. December 30th was Friday before New Year's Eve. That's not a good time to respond to your lawsuit. And his lawsuit's for $50,000. Oh, and he goes in, he says, like, he reads it and why he's being sued, and he doesn't take any, he just flat out says, he says, yeah, I called him all this stuff. Matter of fact, to the point where he said stuff about him I wouldn't say on my channel. Let's just put it like that. I don't care who you are. Again, if I'll just stop, I just won't even notice you. Paige is a new member. Awesome. Welcome to the flock, Paige. If you you now have access to the members tab on my channel, and go over there, and there'll be a link to the Discord. Speaking of Discords, and my Discord is not connected to my YouTube account because I have the moderators over there. The angels, they control that thing, and there's no. It's just like here, PG-16 at the most. You know, I mean, it's fun memes. I'm over there. I'm gonna be over there chatting more. SpongeBob gifted a membership. Thank you, SpongeBob. So I'm gonna be over there. You know, I mean, we can chat and stuff. Direct link. I answer Discord faster than I answer anything else, and even then, sometimes I'm slow. My life has been very hectic lately, unfortunately. All right, so look, this whole thing. This is the video part. You can check out Elissa's clips. I put a link up there to her. What is it? The folder or whatever, the YouTube folder. I don't even know. Isn't that sad? That has all the content she's got, just talking about the Rikieta stuff. But anyway, all right, this is what I want to show you guys. Now, this is the part, I'm going to show you this so you don't have to go over here if you don't want to. If you do go check out the farms, please do me a favor and don't get lost in there. It's a very weird thing. I don't even know where to begin here because I was scrolling through this. This is everybody. They've been talking about this. This again, it's Kiwi Farms. All right, so here he goes. Like, after watching Polyfrog's video, it made me think harder for why Nick's 180 turn bugged me. The biggest problem that Nick is not his weird degenerate sex stuff, it's the hypocrisy that he built his platform on. He would high road and make fun of people doing degenerate things, only for him to turn around and do similar acts. Now, I'm not accusing Rikieta of anything, okay? He doesn't offend me or anything else. What I'm doing is I'm just showing you that this is what people are talking about that are, I mean, they're watching this stuff on him. You know, and you're always going to have an equal amount of detractors as you are of followers. The whole thing is that just don't worry about the detractors, right? And just stay with the positive people that are on your side. You can't win arguments against people that hate you, and you can't make them like you. It just happens. I don't know why. I don't understand it, but you know, hey, we're just gonna keep on moving on, and maybe they can make their little utopia, and maybe we can make ours. But anyway, so this he built this platform. He would high road and make fun of people doing different things, only for him to turn around and do similar acts. The thing is, he was willing to be honest with his tradcath facade that what other hell believes would he cave to for the right amount of money or wine mommy pics. So this is a big thing. Wine moms is supposed to be like the big thing he has over on locals. And wine moms are these, it's supposed to be chicks that have kids that, I mean, they're cougars is what you would normally call them. But evidently it's the wine is what hits. And then they decide to start taking pictures of themselves and they post them on locals. I don't know. I'm a what do you call it? It's a member, but I'm not a subscriber of his locals. What's funny is that Rikieta follows my locals too, which I think's odd. But anyway, and again, I have nothing but mad respect for him. It's just that lately there's been things that I've been like, really, is this what I don't know. I feel like I don't want to see this. Jim No Filter, I do like Emily Baker. She's fairly no nonsense. Jules Lazarus, what is Farms? It's Kiwi Farms. It's a forum that, like I said earlier, it's kind of between a Reddit and a 4chan. Deb says, no, I don't follow any of them because they all seem shady to me. I had to join. I'm supposed to be just listening and taking care of work, but I heard you talk about this, and you and Melissa are spot on. Thank you, Paige. Let's see here. All right. During his midlife crisis, he could pick some hobbies like woodworking, gardening, learning a musical instrument, etc. All those hobbies I mentioned are ones where someone has to put in the time and effort, but are fulfilling when seeing the fruits of their effort. Instead, he goes on weird swinger parties, cuck hotels, wine moms, baldos, more alcohol, and a new Mustang. That's only chasing a high, and it's hollow. There's nothing more than there's nothing more than surface level. It's been great watching this absolute implosion with you fellas. I want to watch the funny lawman make fun of funny, preferably law-related things. If the funny lawman stops making fun of funny things and instead starts doing similar funny things, making the first mistake of taking and then the second mistake of sharing a photo of a bottle between his butt cheeks, buying and then immediately crashing his midlife crisis, allowing sovereign citizen levels of non-interference in his chat to passively cultivate ghetto e-thoughtery and thirst spotting, then the funny lawman becomes funny in a different way. Though I would much prefer the old style, I'm still entertained either way. Wow, man, that's just, I don't know. Let's see, lots of funny stuff, but kind of disappointing for me. Paige's Nick is giving us blue baldos since he's not spiraling over the edge, but yet even if we all want to see it, it's still pull up. So pull up is a meme that's been going around about Nick, and it's it's an airplane related meme. You're gonna hit the mountainside if you don't pull up. Let's see. No, I don't want to go to a link or anything. Let's see here. There's a part of my point, though. I couldn't tell if OP I only joined when the bottle incident happened. I don't know if that was the turning point. I never saw the bottle between his butt cheeks. I don't know if y'all did. I don't know. Let's see here. It'd be unfortunate if a certain internet lawyer got his hands on a guest contract for an anime convention. Man, that'd be a disaster. So during the negotiations for his Rumble Locals deal, Nick got reinstated to YouTube and a cozy deal with Rumble. He appears to just no longer care about what the prudes think of him after he became financially independent of YouTube Super Chats. It wasn't necessarily the Super Chats that he had to play pretend for, but the people that wouldn't give them if he didn't have the content anymore. He has stated multiple times he doesn't care for the long trial streams, but only did them for the money. Super Chats. We can speculate that almost all of his legal content the past year was hated by him for similar reasons. Nick built his channel based on the legal reading of contracts. There is something. I think I'm on the... Let's see what the latest is real quick, and then I'll let you guys go. Yeah, there's some chick, I forget her name, that's been putting up pictures on locals. She has like his personal number or something. And it's just like, all this was so weird. It's so confusing. And I'm like, what has happened? Let's see here. Is that the one now? To those away, and suddenly there are no more anime avatars or wine moms. This might have been true. I'll take those away, and suddenly there's no more anime moms or anime avatars or wine moms. This might have been true if he had the foresight to do it at the beginning. Whenever I wander in to see what insanity is going on in the chat, I usually don't see pictures that often anymore, but there's almost always weird flirting and nonstop sexual innuendo. If someone brings up a normal topic, it may be 3 minutes max before someone tries to perv it somehow. It's a weird combination of inexperienced teenage-style flirting that isn't as subtle, clever as they think it is, and midlife divorcees who haven't had to flirt in decades and have forgotten how. Most of the time, it isn't even fun to observe, and it's just off-putting. Yeah, that was one of the things. So He does like the locals chat. He has it on another monitor. He does the live stream chat at the same time he does his regular, like if he does like a YouTube chat or something. Anyway, yeah, lawyer, that's I think I subscribed to him because of that. Because of you, Squad Bob. All this seems out of character for Nick, or it is his character. We just didn't know something that makes this so confusing. That's where I'm at, is confusion. Still learning about it. Yeah, and that's one of the things. In Elissa's clips has all this stuff, all the like little clips of where he says things, and it kind of explains it all. Like I said, I'm not here to restream her stuff. I'm here. I was setting up the basis to show you guys what was been bothering me. This is my own personal feelings, and I want to get it out of the way because I think this will probably end up being more newsworthy as we go along. And it's just, I don't know, it's very disheartening. Like I said, Nick is one of those guys. He's like, I looked up to him. I loved his channel. I want to, I mean, I held it up to a certain level. That's just like, this guy, this is what I want to be like, right? Let's see here. I still watch Emily Baker sometimes. She just knows how to talk about law without giving advice or overstepping. I'm not an addict, though. Well, that's just true. Yeah, that's what you want. You want to... I like it like during like it was the Kyle Rittenhouse stuff. Like I loved how Rikieta did the whole thing, and it's like I would have he goes, I would have argued this. I'd have argued it this way. I can't believe they did it like this. It is seeing a fresh perspective. You get, because the most of the stuff that we ever see are from like crime dramas, right? Or like lawyer shows, stuff like that, and it's horrible. It's this doesn't get you. It's not how Hollywood is not how the real world works. What is it? Free Darth Hideous was a meme for months. What happened? Hold on a second here. I see. Yes, it's like Howard Stern shock jock behavior makes money. Cows just eat grass. All right, let me see. Where did I see one down here? Melissa said, yeah, it's gross. Volstorm agrees. Well, that's the thing, though, Jules, is that I don't want the person in here that's coming here to watch me put bottles in my butt. And I don't think the people that are here want to see bottles in my butt. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you guys do. But you're not going to see it. Mimsy, how are you doing? Yeah, he seems to be pandering to the lowest common denominator. Okay, you talk about we talk about chats and everything else. Rikieta was the first person on YouTube to get a personal YouTube representative because his super chat levels were so high. For the amount of, like, the percentage wise, they couldn't get over it. And they wanted to figure out how he was doing it. Well, he offered a new content. He offered a very intellectual conversation. And he brought in a different type of viewer. And that's what, now it seems like, and again, I'm wondering if this is part of the contract where they're just trying to get numbers. And you see more of this like, oh, hey, dance for me, internet guy. Oh, I don't know about this one, Paige. Let's see here. Nick never denied he's in for the money, so if he enjoys the way he's going, good for him, but it doesn't fit my interest, so I'm out. Melanie, again, you just hit it. That's perfectly how I feel. And you know what? Good for him. You work hard over here. So, I mean, if I had 1 million subs, I would have the same show as I have right now. I mean, there's no difference in that. So it's Nick's worked hard for it. He's still doing the stuff. Congratulations for him. But what we're seeing though is like it's this, and he admits to it. It's this mechanical midlife crisis, and I don't know. It just, to me, it gives me that cringe. I don't want to go over to my friend's house and who, like, hang out with, like, my buddy and his wife, and then it's like they look at me and say, hey, we got bored, so we decided to be swingers. Would you guys like to join us? And it's like, no, not at all. What the heck are you talking about, dude? You're weird. It's just, I don't know. See, I think there's more to the story. I think he flirted for the grift, but now it's getting deeper, and we all loved his relationship with his wife, but now he keeps defending he does not cheat. Let's see here. Oh, hang on, boy, I'm far back. Yeah, he got rep at a lower number than usual. It might all implode on him at some point, or he'll grow into a huge thing. Who knows? No, hell no. I'm not swinging with you. He is joining the swing in 3, 2. Yeah, most people who achieve fame don't know how to handle it, and Nick is internet famous. So that's another thing I was thinking of, was like, you talk about like internet famous, which is different. It's very, very different. It's not as, I mean, well, heck, even Rikieta has talked about this. Like, there will be people that have 2 million subs or something like that, and he had no idea. Well, heck, look at Ryan Upchurch when he came on the show. He's got 3 million subscribers. He's got multiple gold and platinum records, and I never heard of the guy before. I told him, I was like, dude, look, man, I don't know who you are, but I know of you. I know because of recent events. People have brought you to my attention and stuff. I was like, but I don't know who you are, as far as, like, I've never seen you before or follow you or anything else like that. It's weird when you have like an internet famous. Those people are even less famous than your TV or anything. I think the only fame you have in America, like I say, true fame, would be that you are a major sports star, or you're a major movie star. Other than that, I don't know. Let's see if there's anything else. This is the latest one, right? Yeah, this is the last page on today at 12:30 and stuff. Yeah, it's weird how these people, they know each other and stuff. You're talking about Russell Brand difference. There was one guy, maybe he's on the last page. Yeah. Oh, well, never mind. We got another page now. It's 1190. Been seeing posts for people regarding Nick's wife. For your consideration regarding Kayla Rekieta, Lady Rackets, Lady Ours. Does he call it Lady Ours now? That's weird. In Nick's message to Kiwi Farms video, Nick's recounting of events was that Kayla posted her bottle pic before he did. Did she do one too? And Kayla took Nick to a gay bar for his birthday. Okay, so see, all this is new to me. This is all new since, the stream here. Kayla posted lewds for Ass Wednesday and such. Pictures were taken for her fans. Do you guys want to do that? Do you guys want us to start having Ass Wednesday? Because that's not going to happen. I'm just going to let you guys know this right now. Dictionary diva. Internet famous means you sold your soul to a lesser devil. Yes, right here. Sold to a lesser devil. You don't want to do Ass Wednesday? No Ass Wednesday? White Rabbit's thinking about it? No, you don't want my picture. I don't have one. Yeah, it's Thank you, Darth Hideous, and I mean that. It's too wholesome for Nick Crackett's vibe. And here's the thing. I mean, we still have innuendos. We still have a good time. We both know what everybody's talking about. But it's just like, I can say something to you and be, okay, the old-fashioned joke, right? Well, that's what she said. I mean, that still gets laughs out of things. And you know you're talking, it's very sexually charged innuendo. And guess what? You don't have to then post a picture describing what she said. That's the difference of stuff. And I don't know, man. It's like I said, I love Rikieta. I hate seeing this happen. And there's a lot of people that in here, there's such a deep dive into this chat and stuff. Like I said, I did hours on this Crafting Emily. We prefer puppy and bunny pics. I'll use this data for dissertation. My doctor is your manager available for an interview. Wait, isn't that what Idaho guy said? No, I'm kidding. But it's all there's so much topic in here about how like people say like, you know, he came across as like a conservative dad, right? And they call it, that's what a trad dad's what they say. So a trad is traditional dad. A trad dad is traditional dad. And it's like there's nothing greater in the world than to have kids and to raise them, and you know, it's all this stuff. And it was very, very wholesome. And it was very, very refreshing for the internet. And then this last couple of weeks, he said something like his kids are getting older, so now they can leave them and they can go do things like spend 3 weeks at a hedonist vacation hotel in Jamaica, where it was a nudist colony for 3 weeks. And it's like, what? I mean, dude, again, you have kids. One day they're going to find the internet. They're going to find this stuff. And it's so weird. I appreciate this, Darth. I'm in both communities, so I know what I see, and y'all ain't that trash. That is cool, bud. Yeah, it was a retreat. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's just this is just the tip of it. This is the beginning. This is the iceberg. Let's see here. Yeah, Wolfkinder. I don't begrudge him anything, but I don't think this will end well. I don't either. And that's the thing. I do not either. And I'm not offering advice. If he saw this and wanted to rip me apart, I'd be like, okay, dude, whatever. I probably won't see it. But you know, if you want to be on the flip side, if he was on here right now, we were talking, I'd say, look, man, I was like, why are you wearing a tank top in this picture? Did you really? Did your wife take you to a gay club for your birthday? I mean, does that sound like fun to me? No. I don't care. You know what I want on my birthday? I want to be left alone. Oh, man, Paige. Thank you. Look at this. Uh-oh, she's got... Oh, I gotta find it.
I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Thank you, Paige. Just a thank you for going to Kiwi Farms site so none of us have to. That's funny. Well, thank you, Paige. I promise you I will not send you any links or ever put up or suggest anything. Like, I won't go any further than Reddit. Reddit's okay. Kiwi Farms, I found a long time ago. Reddit, or not Reddit, but 4chan, I found a long time ago. I don't hang out in these places. And I always hold my breath when I'm sent a link to it. And that's why I'm not going to send a link to this. But it's just interesting to see that the same argument is like somebody said, since last Saturday, there were, I forget how many pages, and they're all saying the same thing. Nobody is saying, oh yeah, hey, this is great. We love this new look. Everybody's saying, I can't believe this is happening. And they're questioning things that are happening. like there's a big question about Nick now has a ring on like a wedding band on his right hand, and supposedly that has something to do with the swinger community. Now, see, I don't know any of this stuff, and I'm not promoting that. I'm not saying that, but that's stuff that's in Kiwi Farms. Definitely, I would not hang out there, guys. Do not do that. Jules is going to Kiwi Farms. Yeah, Darth, it is all nonsense. None of this matters to us at the end of the day. It's was it Melanie, I think, said that it's a at the end of the day you want there you go. Turning into an LOL cow. That's what I named this stream. That's what this whole thing was about. It is like watching a TED talk about the dark web. Of course I went. Yeah, you can get off kilter. Some of the people on the LOL cow section, you have to look up to even see who these people are. Yeah, it's pathetic. And again, this just goes from my own experience. When Nick lost his account, what was that, in June, July, August, somewhere around there? We were talking in private, White Rabbit and I, and she was like, I can't believe his wife didn't kill him. It's because he was making so much money, and he's getting all the he's getting sponsorships and stuff like that. Like it's really he's living the life, right? And it's like, well, I'm surprised she didn't kill him for not. You have to take care of your channel. You got to feed your family. She's like, heck, you're making $10,000 a month, or what was it? They said 25,000 a month on Discord. It's like, you don't want to lose that. And let me tell you what, it's a lot easier to sit in front of a camera and goof off for a couple hours than it is to go and sit in front of a judge or sit at an office. It's just, I don't know. It's just what it is. I hate to see this. Listen, that's what feels scary about this, is that it doesn't feel like it's going to end well. The reason it matters is because we care about Nick. I hope he can get it together. Sage, you're right. I do care about Nick. And why do I care about him? Well, I care about everybody. I really, at the end of the day, I don't hold any ill will against anybody. That's just stupid. I do care about everybody, but it's when I'm here because of influence of Nick. There's other people that influence me too, and ultimately I'm here because the White Rabbit told me to quit talking to her. But yeah, Darth Hideous has got it right. He's making $100,000 a month to be a fake lawyer on interwebs. It's true. Yes, Melanie, it's got it right. The drug use worries me, the rest less. That's something else. I forgot about that. Also around this time, when he got his channel yeeted the first time, that's when people started talking about like how he was really, really drinking hard. And that was also in the Kiwi Farms chats, is that somebody was noticing that he's hard drinking, and they're like, it kills brain cells. And it's like, hey, we all know about the buffalo theory, right? But it was just like, it was like he wasn't thinking there for a while, for a few weeks. And that's when he had the mass flag event, and then he got the full on yeet. And it's just, yeah, it's bad. Jules, I speak broken nerd. I love it. I love it. Oh, wait a second. How'd you find about the pineapple thing? Is somebody in here talking about, Miami Spice in here talking about the pineapple thing? I just found out about that. Yeah, pineapple thing. If you see a pineapple upside down in somebody's shopping cart, they may be soliciting you and you don't know it. Don't know about grapefruiting. That one, I just learned about the pineapple thing last night. There's a good guy deep down, and the internet has ruined him. Lacey, does that not bother you? With reading your statement there bothers me, because I mean, I don't. Yeah, how? I mean, this was a guy. He goofed off. He played games, watched movies. People went to him because he's very intellectual. But he was. You knew he was the smartest kid in the room, but he's also one of us. There you go, Jim No Filter. He's creating his own disaster in the making. Jules doesn't want to know about the pineapple thing. Yeah, it's a cow and bison. What now? You saw the pineapple thing from an article about girls' tattoos? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's crazy. I just learned again last night. See, I've been studying YouTubers for years. Big channels don't last long with few exceptions. Need to create other income streams like the Quarterings coffee business. Yeah, a lot of people have gotten into the coffee stuff, which I think is ironic. And why do you think, Wolfkinder, that they don't last long? That's what gets me. It's like they cross over to a full fame thing, and I don't know, they can't handle it or something. And his actions will harm his kids. That's more important than anything, that the kids are okay. He and his wife are adults, so they can screw up their lives, but the kids. That's true. I think that was a whole lot of people to Louisiana. It's heartbreaking. Yes, a lot of people. Cow and bison make babies? That's beefalo. That's beefalo burgers. What happened? I went somewhere bad and was scared that what I thought was expert was about to say my 16-year-old is here. I thought it was naughty. What? I'm confused and I'm glad. If someone approached me with a pineapple in their cart, they would get that pineapple shoved somewhere very uncomfortable. How did I the last person to find out about this pineapple thing? A lot of people get into whatever the grift of the day is. You know what, Darth? I'm glad you're here because I trust you out of so many people that I think that if you ever saw me get into into doing the going down this path, you'd be the first one to call me out on it. I think that's awesome. Well, no, wait a second. I know Dictionary D would be the first, probably. Right? This is why Dictionary Diva can't go shopping anymore. She can't pay attention to the orientation of her pineapples. Oh my gosh. A girl's tattoo, someone pointed her out on TikTok. Her tattoo at TikTok and its meaning, she was mortified. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Greed and power grows as fast as an ego. It means they're swingers. There's a lot to that pineapple thing, evidently, too. Yeah, your audience grows up and moves on. Think of gaming channels or new channels better. Gotcha. Jules, it's an upside down pineapple. And after that, there's loofahs in Florida. Loofah colors. Which is something else that's weird. I don't know. I don't want to say more, really, but I feel like I already started it. I said something about Rikieta has this ring on his right hand now. And that people were saying it has something to do with swingers. Well, then his wedding band, he's replaced it with a silicone band that it's like turquoise. So there's a loofah color system at a retirement home in Florida where it's a swinger retirement home, and their loofahs have different meanings of like what their kink is. Oh, wait a second. Did I miss? I just see something here. Hang on, Deb. Where did I miss Deb at? Anyway, his silicone band matches a color of the loofah system, and it's very discerning, to say the least. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Deb, don't feel bad. I was this many years old today when I learned about the pineapple thing. Yes. Today is You're My Pineapple Day. I'll talk to the white rabbit first. That poor girl, she has to live with that. I'm shopping over here. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh. Stone pineapples outside houses is a common thing here in Pennsylvania. I'm concerned now. I think it's supposed to be that it's the upside down pineapple. Spice, you're not supposed to be here. Maybe they'll turn it into SpongeBob's house, right? Yes, is the 90s wristband system reimagined? I think so. Or like Swatch watches and all that stuff. Yeah, loofahs. Yeah, I don't know how long he's had it. I didn't notice it until last night, and it was put up on one of these LOL Cow things. Miami Spice is just the time. Well, Spice, she I don't remember what I said. I remember saying something, but I don't know which one it was. Yeah, well, it does. It welcomes lots of guests, Mimsy, evidently. Cases, how are you doing? Don't get me started on what it means if you put pineapple on pizza. It's a Hawaiian pizza from Australia. I watched Psych. They had a pineapple in every episode. Historically, pineapples, right side up, carved into wood entryways and doorways were signs of hospitality in the South. So not all pineapples are bad. Think old plantations, you know? It's true. They're supposed to be a sign of welcome. He's got a USB bracelet? I didn't realize that. Oh my gosh. Yes, I forgot about the hanky code. Oh, geez, that's something else. So yeah, okay, so look, maybe I've spent too much time as a kid on 4chan and Kiwi Farms, all right? And you learn a lot about these weird things. And I forgot about the hanky code system. There was a red, there was a blue. I don't even want to talk about what I remember about them. It was bad. Yeah, sock on the door is very innocent compared to this. To say the least. Let's see here. Where's this one? No, that's not it. There's let me go through here. See, there's another. So this is the real lady rackets replying. I bought my vintage lingerie from Etsy. Yeah, vintage is another word for used. Just remember that, guys. Replying. Hopefully they fit. So hard to know with vintage sizes. Totally different sizes back then. Found you, Black Letter. I'm so excited. Nick will let you know what he thinks. See, I already made a post regarding her reaction and Nick seeing boobs that weren't hers. We'll reiterate here. So, yeah, there they. Oh, she didn't seem too happy. Yeah, so this is what they're talking about. It's trip to Hinduism too, or whatever. It's a place in Jamaica. Yeah, all this is going. Wow, man! I didn't realize all this has happened since the stream, or since I was getting ready to start the stream. I didn't see any of this stuff, and I don't feel comfortable talking about any of that stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and take that one off. I will look at that stuff later and see if that's anything worth talking about. That was. Did I say something wrong again? Dude, words are hard, Darth. Everybody knows I have a hard time talking. The cases, yeah. Hedonism. What did I say? Hedonism? I don't know, man. Do I sound like an ism person to you guys? I don't know any isms. So you know what? Being that they are not out trafficking or committing crimes, I think that is a brilliant way to Only alert others that are into it. Oh, it's true. That is a true statement there. Utism. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, listen, guys, I've got to go make tacos here. So let me know what you guys think. If you think of anything, leave a comment. If you're over the Discord, send me a comment over there. See, when I learned you can wash clothes 20 times, and a dog can still find your scent, I stopped wearing used clothing. I didn't know that. Hey, Crystal Clear, how are you doing? Oh, Crystal, I gotta go check out if your video's up yet. Mel did a shorts today, and I've been blocked from it. I don't know if that's an American thing or what that is. So, yeah, Taco Saturday. Isn't that exciting? It's like an extra Tuesday of the week. And I love Tuesdays because Tuesdays are just... They're just Tuesdays. Like, nothing bad ever happens on a Tuesday, usually. They're very relaxing. This can be a thing, though, Darth. We're going to make it happen. It's going to be a thing. You'll be rewinding. I sent Miami Spice a message. I said, "You're going to kill me." And she's like, "What are you doing?" White Rabbit, look, guys. Come on, that says everything. Paige, thank you. I'm so glad you're members. Hey, check out, go to the members page. Click. There's a link in there to Discord. Click it, and someone will be along to make sure you get in there into the Discord correctly. And just say hi, and I'll respond back to you. So that way you know we're there. I miss tacos. Oh, Deb. Oh, don't tell me you can't eat tacos anymore. Oh, gosh. Oh, awesome. Awesome, Crystal. We'll have to check that out. Wait, where did this go? Yes. Oh, my gosh. Cases. Thank you. So was the too long didn't read come down that you can only burn candles at both ends for so long? Yes. Yes. You can only burn candles at both ends for so long. And that might be what we're seeing here. And Clumsy's tonight at 12:30. She's going to do tarot training. I love Clumsy. She's a great person. Great person. Thank you, Melissa. Take care of yourselves. Guys, I appreciate y'all. Miami, we're glad you could say goodnight, too. Texas Jim was in here for a second, and which means, guys, she's been very, very sick. She is trying to overcome the disease that we don't talk about. But, yeah, please keep her in your wishes and prayers and everything. And, guys, I'll be seeing you guys soon. Just stay good. Watch out. Keep your head on a swivel. Stay safe. Remember, bad guys are everywhere. The boogeyman's real. And, but we're going to have fun. We're going to dance our way into the good stuff. So, guys, good night. Thank you. Love y'all. Godspeed.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, "Oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. And then the smoke got her. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Then I ran out. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire." Jesus. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Ain't nobody got time for that.